Hi, I'm Susan Latai, and today I am with Carleen Desisto, co-author of a new book coming out called Shining a Light on Grief. Welcome, Carleen.
Thank you, Susan. Thanks for having me.
Yes, I'm excited that you're here to help share information about the book that we have coming out, which will be out shortly. So
I can't
maybe
wait.
another month or so. So it's getting closer, looking at projection of end of June. So would you please share with our audience a little bit about your chapter titled My Journey into the Unknown?
Sure. My journey into the unknown is about, I lost my husband of 27 years to lung cancer. And what my chapter basically describes is what happened when we got the news that he was already in stage 4 lung cancer. You can imagine that when you hear that, it's like, you think the worst. And so in my gut, I felt, that this was really bad. So it goes through how I felt while once we got the diagnosis, and we went to the oncologist and went through the tests and things like that, up through everything that he went through. And what I basically do is I describe my feelings, the stress I was going through. It was a very emotional time for him, of course, going through it. But what people don't always realize is how much the caregiver is going through. And I didn't want him to see that I was all stressed out and depressed. I wanted to be supportive for him. So my chapter shows how I really felt, probably for the first time to a lot of people, even my family. So it goes into my innermost emotions, about all the difficult decisions I had to make, deciding whether or not to take him off of life support. Then it goes into the funeral and making arrangements, and then it talks about what my life was like after he passed and after the funeral and everything was done, and how my job was affected. Basically, it turned my world upside down. So I kind of go step by step through the chronological process, to how I was feeling. And I found that as a result of putting this together, I found out how strong of a person I really could be. So my story is about finding yourself, doing things you never thought you could do, how you dealt with the emotions. Sometimes you didn't deal with the emotions, and that it was okay to just not have a good day. And so that's basically it. And so I just wanted to get it all out there. This was kind of a double whammy for me, because prior to my husband getting sick, I was already going through grieving my nephew, who passed away about 6 months before my husband started to get sick. So it's meant to help people get through the process, know that there is a light to the end of the tunnel.
Right.
So
what a powerful story of one person's struggle, in a real, authentic way. I think that's one of the reasons that I put this book out there. I didn't feel that there was enough available of what people really went through.
Right.
There's tons of books on grief, but not from the actual person going through it.
Exactly. And every person is different, and how they experience their grief. And I was talking to my sister before this interview, and she shared with me that there is a wrong way, in her opinion, and I agree with her, to go through grief. I think before I might have said there's no right or wrong. A wrong way, in her opinion, and I agree with it, is that she knows someone, it's been over 20 years, and she still has not gotten over it yet. She still has not learned how to move on. And that's what my chapter is about. It's about moving on, realizing it's okay to move on. I'm here. He's not, unfortunately.
Right.
I deserve to be happy. And so this is my journey of from the pain, the guilt, the emotions, to finding happiness again. And hopefully that will help people understand that they're not alone in feeling their grief. Mine is different than yours. There are different approaches. Like you did, I didn't, support books were no help for me. Family support, close friend support, that's what I learned how, if I always knew family was important, but this really got me well, one of the things I had problems with was asking for help.
Yes.
And
Yes, I can relate.
Yes, and I think a lot of people, myself included, did not want to ask for help. I'm an independent woman. I can do it myself. Well, not so much.
Help, there's nothing wrong with asking for help, right?
There isn't. So that's right. It's about life lessons. And again, I hope it helps some people to know that there can be a light at the end of the tunnel if you give yourself permission. It's all about giving yourself permission, saying, it's okay for me to do this. He would want me to be happy. So give yourself permission.
Exactly, to do whatever it is you need to do. So why now? Why did you say yes when I asked you to be part of this book?
I believe I said yes right away without really thinking it through of what it was going to entail. But I'm the type of person who likes to help people. In my work, that's what I do. What's most satisfying to me is helping people do something that they couldn't do. So the more I thought about it, it was scary, but I felt that my story was worth sharing, and that if it brought a little bit of light into someone's life, so that they knew that they weren't alone, why not do it? I'm a caring, sharing, I've got empathy. I learned some good lessons, and it's all about helping.
Right. And I think that's the common thread through the whole book is, to offer people hope and inspiration. And by sharing our stories in a real, authentic way.
Right. And getting down to the emotional. So I knew it would be difficult's a good word. It would be difficult, emotional, reliving things that I kind of put back here, like I don't need to think about those things anymore. But it was worth opening the box and taking some of that out so that other people could see that it's okay for me to do that. If I just want something I see on television brings tears to my eyes, it's okay to let it out. I don't have to hold it back in. I can pick up the phone and I can call a friend. I can call my sisters, my mother. Again, ask for help. So I think that was my theme, ask. And it shall be granted.
That's a good one. It is a good one. Now, what would you like to share with our audience about yourself, your work, your personal, anything you'd like to share now that you would like other people to know?
Sure. Well, it's been 14 years since Ron passed, and I started a new career, opened my own business, became an entrepreneur, something I always wanted to do. And I opened up an interior decorating business, which was my passion. And it goes into the theme of helping people. A lot of people can't put things together. They know what they like when they like it, but they can't they can't fix it. So I can help them fix it. I can help them do that. And what I also learned was that if you leave your heart open and don't close it, that somebody else might walk into your life that can make you happy and to be a companion. And I have that now. So I do have a significant other in my life, and we've been together for 9 years. And I look forward to what our future can be together. So I gave myself permission to, to date someone else, to, to tell myself it was okay and not feel guilty. People ask me, do you feel guilty that, do you think he would be upset and whatnot? And I'm like, it's not all about him right now. It's about me. I never forget, but it's still about me. We never had any children, but I do have some wonderful siblings and some nieces and nephews and great nieces and great nephews, and they keep me busy. For me, gardening is very cathartic. So this time of year is I've liked to be outside all the time. So my two passions are doing something, exercising, gardening, and golfing. So when I get the
don't forget the
opportunity.
pool. Don't forget the
Well,
pool.
that's right. Swimming. Yes, I love my pool. It just got opened, as a matter of fact, today.
Oh,
So hopefully next week it will be swimmable. But
yes.
that's so. I've grown. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about myself, and I'm happy. Life goes on. Doesn't mean I have forgotten. But I've learned to live with it. And I think that's one of the reasons too, I shared the book too. I've learned to live with it, and I want others to know that it is possible.
Yeah.
So.
Such an inspiration.
Yes. Shine the light.
That's right. Bringing it out in the open. Well, thank you very much for being here with me.
You're
and
welcome,
sharing
Susan.
a little bit about your chapter, and it'll be available soon.
Yes, we can't wait.
I know.
We're so proud of you too, Susan. Everything that you've done to put this book together, bring us all together. It was an amazing journey. And
it was.
I am so glad that I said yes.
Yes, me too. And I can't call it anything but a journey, because it was just amazing. It really, really was, dealing with some really hard emotions. In the most difficult times in our lives, that we did it. We did. Yay. Yay, it's right. Yay. All right. Thank you again. And
you're very welcome.
See you soon.
Okay, take care.